Thank you for joining us for part two of episode two of Ukraine and Unwanted War, brought to you by ProPics Canada Media Limited, with support of Kerry Movers. As you can see here, images flying into Warsaw, Poland. And Warsaw, like many other countries that are bordering Ukraine, have been hit with an influx of population at a rate never seen before. This has created a great strain on financial and infrastructure resources throughout the countries. Although people have been displaced and spread out across the world, we're going to talk about the numbers and we'll look at just some of the local countries to Ukraine. So overall, according to the UNHCR, by February the 21st, over 8.1 million people have left Ukraine and settled in parts of Europe. As of January the 23rd, 2023, 5.4 million people have been internally displaced within the country. As of December the 31st, 2022, 750 humanitarian organizations are operating within the borders of Ukraine. In terms of the funding, as of 2022, in the humanitarian efforts, $3.44 billion has been spent with a requirement of 4.29. So you can see that they're almost $1 billion short on the actual costs for humanitarian assistance around Ukraine and inside of the country. The regional response plan has cost $939 million in 2022 with a requirement of $1.85 billion. And again, you can see the large shortfall there. Let's talk about countries surrounding Ukraine. Now, 2.8 million people have fled Ukraine for Russia. However, this should be noted that many of these are not voluntary. They were in areas that had been annexed or under control of the Russians and forced out by requirement of food, of shelter, of medications, and so forth. So a lot of the people that did flee to Russia were either Russian supporters or, in many cases or most cases, people who were in need of survival and had to cross the border given no other options. In Poland, it's estimated that 1.5 million people have settled there. Belarus, 20,235. Moldova, 109,410. Romania, 109,871. Hungary, 34,248. And in Slovakia, 109,185. Within the borders of Ukraine, it is estimated as of 2023 that there are 18 million people in need of assistance within Ukraine still. At this point, again, we're at February 2023. For confirmed civilians who have been killed in Ukraine is 7,199, with an additional 11,756 injured. There's been, according to the World Health Organization, 802 attacks on the healthcare facilities there, and an estimated 2,528 attacks on education facilities, which was taken from various sources. The OCHA is the United Nations Office of Humanitarian Affairs. The HDX, where we got a lot of detail as well, is the Humanitarian Data Exchange. So there are various sites online that you can gather this information that has been confirmed by the different aid organizations and associations. The Russian government has relocated approximately 6,000 children to re-education and adoption facilities within Russia. This is according to the Yale School of Public Health Humanitarian Research Labs. They've identified 43 facilities in Russia where these children are being taken to. The majority are recreational camps where Others are adoption facilities and foster care facilities. The majority of the camps are running re-education programs to change the views of the children in support of Russia and their politics, while others are a bit older and receive military training for the older children, which is estimated at about 78% are receiving either re-education or military training. Russia still has a suspension on returning children to their families and parents in Ukraine. The report online, again, you can go to the previously noted organizations and you can find that there are a vast network of people responsible for taking children from Ukraine to Russia. At least 12 of the individuals identified on the list are not on U.S. or international sanction lists, which obviously they should be. Right now, there's violations of the Fourth Geneva Convention as well as the Convention of the Rights of the Child, and Russia is a state party to these. The violations include initial consent, forced transfer of children, failure to return children, among others. And again, these are against international human rights and humanitarian laws, which again, Russia is a party to, so they should be adhering to the policies and laws, but of course we all know that that is not happening. As they continue on with the war in Ukraine, you can see here, that was just a moment ago, you saw the cots that are inside the tents on the Polish side of the Ukraine-Poland border. This large grocery warehouse and distribution facility was converted into a welcoming and processing center for Ukraine refugees. They just up where you're looking now, you can see evening is setting in and there's lineups of people getting food, going back inside the warehouse where there are facilities for people to rest, get warm, to get processed for the paperwork that they will require to continue on not only in Poland, but to head through into other parts of Europe. You can see many aid organizations are lined up here, which is actually what you see on the screen is a small number of the facilities and organizations, the NGOs, government aid assistance and so forth that are there. And outside here, this is just the cooking area here and serving area for food and warm beverages, all of that sort. But again, that was just a small part of what was going on at this facility. It's actually very massive, and thousands, if not tens of thousands of people have been going through there. You can see here, this is another outdoor welcoming center and refugee camp that's been set up. And people are arriving there at all times of day and night. These folks on the screen here with the baby in the stroller that you couldn't see, but just got across the border and we're meeting up with family or friends. You can see also that this vehicle here is from Estonia with the International Police Association. So it's not just bordering countries that are helping to pick up, transfer, and assist the refugees. The people that are helping are coming from all over the world, not just Europe, but also from North America, from Australia, New Zealand, the United States, and so forth. So people are traveling from around the world to assist the refugees as they continue coming across the borders. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to subscribe and follow us for the next episode. Thank you very much.